Clark had a big fourth quarter yesterday as she brought the Fever back from 21 down in the fourth to within 3 of the visiting Mystics, but Indiana did lose by 5 to a team that came into that game 5-17. So, Paul, what did Caitlin show you yesterday?
Well, Skip, she's starting to check all the boxes for me, you know, and one of the boxes was from you, can she deliver in the fourth quarter? You know, because you'd say she always has these great first halves, and then she seems to just fade away late in the game.
Well, she just disengages.
She just disappears or whatever you want to call it.
Defer. Yeah.
Well, she didn't defer last night. They got her team back in the game. Unfortunately, they lost to a team they should have won. But the more and more I see Caitlin as the year goes on, man, it's just mind-boggling how the Olympic team dropped the ball on this.
You said it first.
I can't believe they left her and Angel Reese. And now look at what we're reading every week. Oh, Angel Reese just broke the double-double record all time. We're talking no, not the rookie record, the WNBA record. Oh, you know what? There's no rookie in the history of the game that's ever had a triple-double from Caitlin Clark. We've never seen this. Oh, as a matter of fact, let's just go back to yesterday. We've never seen a WNBA player score 29 points, 5 steals, 13 assists, 3 blocks,
3 and 5 rebounds.
And 5 rebounds. We've never seen that stat line in the history of the game.
In the history of the game.
And this is coming from our rookies. Yeah, they made the All-Star team, but boy, I would have loved to see them on the Olympic team. And this is the biggest ball drop that I've seen since New Year's. You know how the ball drops on New Year's? They drop the ball, the USA team, and it's a travesty. The more and more I see these two women continue to make history, you know, she has her turnovers. I get it. Yeah, Angel Reese, she can't do some things on the court, but this is why we're watching this year, and this is why the ratings are up, and this is why I'm tuning in when one of these two come on, is because of what they're doing, making history. And it's mind-boggling that she's not going to be out in Paris. I still can't believe it. Like, I'm seriously like, I want to see these two. Is there a call we can make? Is there something can they add a couple more players? Like, seriously.
No.
Like, seriously.
Yeah,
it's a complete travesty.
She's on the alternate list, but where? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. So,
well, because, look.
It's just like, what is it?
Is she box office?
Is she not a Nike person? I mean, what is she? Is she Nike?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is she Nike?
I don't even know.
I think she Nike.
I don't know that.
I don't know. What is it, Key?
That's a good question.
What is it, Key?
She's a Nike person.
Is she a Nike? Oh, so she's Nike.
She's Nike.
So,
come on.
Well, make it make sense. If this Nike theory is true,
man.
how come she didn't make the team? If what you're saying is true about Jalen.
Well, Jalen is the one who tweeted that night.
Well, but I'm saying, though,
if
she's a Nike girl and the most iconic girl to come into the WNBA in the history of women's basketball, why isn't she on the team?
Because they
come on, man.
But they selected.
Make it make sense.
But they selected veteran players and
make it. If this is about these brands,
she wasn't able to go through the camp.
Yeah, she wasn't able to go through the camp. I get all that.
Yeah.
You act like she ain't gonna be on 2028. That's all.
She might be like, nah, y'all didn't take me now. I ain't going.
Well, that doesn't mean that's on her.
I ain't going.
But then that would be her loss. She answered your bell.
They need her.
She answered your bell in the fourth quarter.
They need them. Finally, they need her and Reese.
15 points in the fourth quarter, closed that deficit. They got it close to 3, but it never, it didn't get over that. She's doing extremely well, man. What you want me to say? I mean, she's selling out the arenas. Turnovers or whatever.
This is painful for you to talk about.
No, it's not that it's painful to talk about. It's like, what do we expect? We've seen it already. That's why I asked y'all earlier, based on the awards that's up in the ESPYs, she's going to be nominated. She's nominated. She's a nominee for Female of the Year. So I'm like, okay. She's getting everything.
Well, she became the greatest scorer in the history of all college basketball.
Everything she deserves and then some.
Yeah.
But Paul wants to just put her on the Olympic team. I get it.
Yeah.
It sounds like that they gonna beat the team regardless, whoever they play. They're gonna beat the brakes off of them regardless. That's just the way it is.
No,
now,
I got
in terms of her game in the WNBA, it's not a finished product. Okay, her next game, she might only score 10 points and have 9 turnovers. She's continuing, just like all the rest of the young players in professional sports, to get better at what they're doing. She'll be more seasoned as time goes on.
Yep.
It's hard to take a rookie and throw him into the Olympics, Paul. It's just hard. It's hard. When have you ever seen that?
But this is not your your average rookies we have in here. They're
But you
making
don't- but there's
historic.
been
These are
other-
historic rookies.
But there's been other great Hall of Fame rookies, okay, that they just not
I
gonna
understand.
bypass people.
But not at the popularity.
But
at
they're
this
not.
level.
But they don't
at
need.
this level.
But they don't need the popularity. They're not. They're not
Why not?
starving
Why not?
in the Olympics for the popularity.
No, this is not about the Olympics. This is about the big pie and growing the girls' game now. So now you're taking that. We just started getting interest in watching the game nationally in the U.S.
You did.
So now you take it overseas where a lot of these girls play in the off season. And they see them in these small countries. But if you could put this on a national stage now,
But it's
do you
on the
think
national
the viewers
stage. You don't think people
on an international stage?
You don't think
now,
people gonna watch international?
I think if you put this girl, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, on the USA team and let them win gold and captivate the audience.
I don't know how much they'd even get to play. Like 5, 10
just
minutes
having
a
them on the
game.
team. Okay, how
But
about
the fact
how many
that you
how many jersey sales?
Yeah.
But
will
you-
go
the fact-
will go USA? You gonna get the shoes, jerseys? This is like you.
But
You
you
just was
already-
talking about
but
everything
you
political.
already gonna
this
get
is
that.
this is a political move.
You're getting the eyeballs.
This is a political move, right? And if we talking about it's a political move, Jaylen Brown not being on the USA team, then
I'm
make it a
not
political
saying-
move
I'm not
to have
saying-
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on the
Paul,
USA
I'm
team.
not saying
That's all I'm
that
saying.
they couldn't make a political move if they wanted them on the team. They obviously didn't want them on the team
It's
because
not
they
about
felt
the.
they weren't ready.
What I'm saying, it's not about the game because it's not about Jaylen Brown's game, and it's not about Caitlin Clark being a rookie.
It is about her being a rookie.
No.
That's why they didn't do it.
No, it has something to do
If
with
she was in her
this.
third
This
year,
feels
she'd be
like
on the Olympic
this
team.
feels like more of a keeping the Isaiah Thomas off the Olympics type of deal. This is what
Yeah.
this kind of feels like.
Well, that was a Jordan special.
So
Yeah,
who
so-
did that then? You talk about like a who? Who?
I mean, you know who on the Olympic teams? There's
Man, y'all
you know,
crazy,
you know,
man.
You know on these teams.
Yeah.
God, stop,
Paul, the problem with your argument, and it's a sound one, except you think Jaylen Brown is angry right now? You take off one of those established stars in the women's team, and hell hath no fury like them scoring.
They already feel that way, Skip.
You know?
They already feel that
But-
way. They felt that way up against Jordan, right? When he came in, right? Oh, he got a shoe now. Oh, he got commercials. Oh, he got Gatorade. They didn't feel that way. They felt that way against Magic. Oh, he's only 21 and he got this. He just signed, what, a 20-year deal? This happens throughout the course of history with the great players. This happens.
Okay.
It just does.
All right, back to yesterday. Yes, you are both correct. I watched 7 straight Caitlin Clark second halves in which she wound up with single-digit scoring, and she's just way better than that because her team needs her to be better than that. Even though they had recently gone to Phoenix and won, which was pretty impressive, and then they came home and beat the New York Liberty
yep,
at
New
home,
York.
despite Caitlin going 0 for 6 from 3 in the second half and 0 for 4 from 3 in the fourth quarter of that game. They won almost in spite of her. And she, too much to a fault, just kept deferring and shutting it down in the second half after a big first half salvo. And I'd say, you're the greatest scorer in the history of college basketball. Just let it fly because you're just that good.
Yeah.
You can do this. So I loved it yesterday, and I did watch it yesterday. They fell behind by 21 points early in the fourth quarter to the Mystics. It was shameful. You're at home. That team is 5-17, and it's obviously kids hanging from the rafters to watch Caitlin. You come on now. And finally, she had no choice but to say, okay, I got to go selfish here. I got to go solo. And it was fun to watch because she can do that. So I'm going to show you quickly her 15 fourth quarter points. She was also getting to the free throw line, which She hasn't been getting to the free throw line, but here they're way down, and she just said, "I'm just going to attack." Okay, all right, you can do that. You got that. She has sort of a subtle quickness, and she can definitely do that.
Knock that down.
Yeah, and she can definitely do that.